All right, let's react to this whatever clip.
This is the guy who was 6 years younger than you?
He was like 4 years younger than me.
4 years younger than you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he was towards you.
Yeah.
Were you towards him?
No.
Because
he
you
was
said
6'4". What am I
you
going to do
said-
to a 6'4" man? That was a quarterback, you know.
I mean,
people do, but like
knife,
I'm not from Memphis. Like,
weapons.
I've never fought. I've never fought someone. I've only ever defended myself. That's it.
Okay, you said 5 out of the 6 of your exes since you were 16 have been physically.
Yeah. And so I know it's not the ends because I started that at 22. You know, because I question myself. I'm like, why? I didn't watch my mom get beat. I didn't grow up watching my mom get beat or anything. So I don't get it.
You don't have any.
I mean, I have.
No. What?
Sorry.
No, I'm not asking if you have marks. If 5 of the 6 of your exes were physically abusive, I mean, that seems to be like a pattern of selection that you continue to make.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Was
it's
there
definitely...
was there mutual?
What was that?
Mutual. Tilt
No.
your mic down a little bit. Just tilt it down a bit. No mutual.
No, I've only ever hit someone one time, and it was my most recent ex, like a year ago. He kept shoving me, and he knows that, you know, I've had someone literally me, so, yeah, I only hit him because he wouldn't stop shoving me onto the ground, into my water dispenser, into the wall, and I don't like calling the cops, like, I would rather not, but...
Well, you suffer from...
Now, this is the thing, right? Before they continue, in my opinion, right? Most toxic relationships, right? Both people are toxic. It is rare, in my opinion. Again, I believe it's rare that it's strictly 100% one-sided. Okay, and it's strictly men that are just the toxic one, right? I think it's rare, in my opinion. I think, and why women don't, and it's probably rare because women don't see their own toxicity. Women don't see that. Okay, let's say this. She maybe never put her hand on a partner. Okay, but they don't view that. You know what? You may talk down to the man. You verbally abuse men. They don't view if they nag him, yell at him, whatever, as bad or abusive, you know? But it is. And they don't view that, okay, maybe if you nag him or you say something that's hurtful, or I don't know, just anything that a man may be hurt about, maybe get angry about, whatever. Condescending, sarcastic, demeaning, whatever. He may find it as abusive or hurtful or whatever. But in his reaction, he becomes toxic. Well, it's like I'm not saying one is better than the other or one is, it's a balance scale, but I'm saying like it shows you that both people are being toxic. They express it differently, right? One is probably verbally toxic, one is physically, but again, I honestly feel like both parties are just toxic to each other. So they bring out terrible personality traits in each other.
Alcoholism, you said, right? For many years.
Yeah, for a long time. I do still drink on vacation, but other than that, I don't drink in Florida.
So if you're drinking very heavily, and you have these incidences, do you even remember them?
No, yeah, I remember. Yeah, for this most recent one, I was sober. Like, I was like 6 months sober from alcohol completely.
Yeah, but the ones before that, you're 3 sheets to the wind, you know what I mean? And the abuse is only happening on one end, as far as you know.
Yeah, it was definitely one end. I'm not a person at all. I don't like fighting.
In any way? What about other forms of abuse?
Maybe like verbally if someone's just coming at me, like if you're just coming at me and like my character, you don't know me or something, but like Like, why would someone bite? I'm also like 100 pounds. Like, what am I gonna do?
This is the thing. Women seem to not grasp it. Yes, you're not going to physically hurt him. Okay. But it's like, men are human too. Like, you call him ugly, you call him stupid, you call him, incompetent. Women can say all these things, right? Say that your dad didn't love you, your mom hated you, your mom wished you were aborted. A wide range of words. Men can get hurt. Men have feelings. I've said this, right? And this is like I'm saying. Women think men should be ultra masculine. They shouldn't feel, right? Men shouldn't get hurt by words. Oh my God. Me yelling at him, me insulting him, me demeaning him. So? He's a man. They didn't put a bruise on him. But it's like women can't understand. If you can get hurt by just words, which women have said verbal abuse is a big thing. If you can get hurt by words, why can't him? Not sad, but it's like the difference is that when they kind of take things out physically. That is the, I guess that's the double edge of the thing, right? Where there's a difference with women, where men have the physical, they can be more physical than women, right? So that is the difference. But it's like, men can get hurt by words too.
And I've had my ass before by men. I've never hit a man.
I mean,
When you
hopes of being hit back.
were you ever blackout drunk?
Yeah, plenty, but like, if you guys did look at my exes, you'll see they have previous charges. Like, they're just a men, and it'd be like that. Like,
So
it's
is that
not
maybe the
exactly
pattern?
me. It's that they drink, I drink. That's a big problem, and now I don't drink anymore.
have you ever, just curious, have you ever friend zoned any guys?
Yeah, a lot. Like, every guy I know almost.
Most
Because I hate
people.
men. they terrify me.
Wait, say that one more time?
I said I hate men.
Are you a feminist?
No, I'm really not. Like, I'm really not. I don't know.
Wow.
Ask me.
I'm a
You chose these terrible men. She said these men have rap sheets, right? These men were alcoholics. You chose terrible men. Men that have big red flags. You chose to let these men into your life. You chose to give these men your body, give these men your time. You chose these men. And then because the outcome of your choice, right, led to terrible results, now you say, you have the audacity to say you hate men. Instead of just saying, I hate the men that I dated, right? Right? I hate the men that I fell in love with. No. You have the audacity to say, I hate men. What did men do to you? Right? What did men do to you? This is the insanity of women, right? The absolute, utter insanity of majority of women. What have men done to you? Nothing. This is the thing, right? Men have done nothing to you. Now, this is the thing. The men that you fell in love with, right? The men that you chose, those men have done things to you, but you chose these men. You essentially allow these men to do the things that they've done to you by choosing these men. So, this is the insanity of women, right? Instead of you having good self-reflection and understanding that, you know what? Maybe it's you. Maybe your own actions have done the crappy shit into your life. Instead of blaming men, right? Instead of hating men, okay? Viewing that, you know what? I was attracted to these terrible, terrible men. These men that obviously had big red flags. I was attracted to that. I wanted that. I love these men. So, it is my fault, right? It is my fault that, you know what? I love these toxic traits, these toxic men. So, if you loved it, you should have understood that, you know what? it is your own fault for blinding yourself to toxicity and being attracted to toxicity instead of just blaming men, right? This is the thing where I've said it. Women have terrible self-reflection because they can't see that, you know what? It's you. It's you that is the common denominator in all these things.
Vow that statement, but so why do you hate men?
I mean, I grew up with 4 stepdads, no dad, like a boyfriend since I was 16. Like, you tell
But you pick these guys.
Yeah, I did.
There's a pattern here. I'm not.
You pick these guys. And pattern is, right? Here's the thing, right? Your mom helped you continue this cycle. Your mom, 4 stepdads, your mom couldn't even pick a good man to be with. This is the danger of women right here, right? This is the danger of women. How they are the ones who are ruining generations. Okay? The generations of the cycle and generation of these single moms, right? They produce subsequent single moms, right? They produce terrible mothers and terrible men. That's the thing. What they don't understand, okay? It's not the men's fault. It's the men that you choose. Stop thinking that, oh, I want to change these men. No. How about not think about changing men, but picking better men? That's the thing where you think you want to change people. Stop. Right? I did this where, you know what? I don't blame my ex for how terrible she was. Right? I chose her. It is what it is. Okay? And I can't say that, oh, I want her to change. No, she is who she was or who she is. I should just pick better. That is crucial self-reflection. Understanding that, you know what, at the end of the day, we as human beings, we shouldn't think that, oh, I want to change someone else. No. The only power we have is in ourselves. So, who you want to change? Yourself.
If any of them put hands on you, that's clearly wrong. Should never physically strike somebody. But, well, I mean, in self-defense is
Unless
fine.
you
but
hit someone first, you know.
sure,
sometimes
right,
like,
but there appears to be a pattern here. You continue, like, again, I'm not saying what these 100% what these guys did is wrong, but you have a pattern of picking these kinds of men.
If they already previously have a track record of being abusive and you know that, why is it that you continue to pursue them?
So I just started doing the background checks in the last 2 years, and my most recent ex, he was just supposed to be a friend because my one ex had tried to kill me, and I moved this other guy in that I was friends with in Florida because I was terrified to live alone. I was like, my ex said I can't live here.
You can hear her stupidity, right? So, just recently, she did background checks. This is what I say, right? You are terrible at vetting men. Women are terrible at vetting men. Okay? You didn't really get to know them. And this is always insane to me how women say, "Oh, I want to be friends first." You know why? It's because you're terrible at vetting men. Right? You're terrible at vetting men. So you hope that they will, now that you've had this long history of vetting at being terrible at vetting men, you're trying to change things up. Here's the thing where you're scared of living alone. Oh, it's like, so get a female roommate, right? Moving a man in that you obviously barely knew, and now you became boyfriend, girlfriend with him. It's like ridiculous. It's mistakes after mistakes after mistakes, and then say, I hate men. Your own mistakes led you to hate strangers, hate a group, a whole gender.
You need to get out. So I moved a guy in, and then I ended up dating him because he was the only guy I slept with or hung out with for like a year. And he ended up being abusive. He had never one for me, but he, as far as I know, I mean, I haven't known him his whole life.
Wait,
so.
he never had. You did a background check on him.
He had nothing on
No
his
DV. How old is he?
He's 28. So
28.
Yeah.
No history of domestic violence.
No history, yeah.
Ends up in a relationship with you, and then for the first time in his 28 years, DVs with you.
Yeah. I see. So he knew, so like OnlyFans was a big problem for us. He's Hispanic, and his family, like, they didn't know I did only the entire time we lived together. Like, they couldn't. Which is fine. I understand.
She does OnlyFans? This is the thing, right? This is the thing. This fascinates me with women, right? Why I say they have terrible self-reflection. Now, I'm not, again, abuse is terrible, right? Any person just putting their hands on someone else, no, that's not right. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Why women just don't understand what they do, okay? What they do. So hypothetically, let's say hypothetically, okay? He may be angry about that, right? This man, like, first time dating a woman that does, OF stuff or, risky things. Okay, maybe that sensitivity, maybe it angered him, or maybe it just made him toxic, right? Because this is the thing, right? Your actions facilitated that emotion. That's the thing. Maybe this is the thing where women don't understand. There are consequences to everything. Every action you make, right? The butterfly effect, shit like that, right? You step on an ant, an avalanche somewhere happens, right? It just happens. So maybe certain things you've done has turned this man into a violent, terrible man, right? So really, I'm not saying it's right or it's the it equals that, but it's like you got to have some accountability.
So he had massive issues with it. He wanted to marry me for some reason. He's very contradictory. So yeah, it was a lot of issues.
How was he contradictory?
Like the fact that he wanted to marry me, but he hated the fact that I did. But he also got to live for free, go on free vacations, get everything for free.
Sure, but I think a natural progression in a relationship would be him wanting you to be. I know that you weren't like seeing anybody else, or at least you say you weren't sexually seeing anybody else, but you giving your body up to random men on the internet is a form of infidelity.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I feel like that's a natural progression if he wants to pursue a more serious relationship with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that he should avoid OnlyFans women if he doesn't want to be with an OnlyFans woman.
I mean, it's like, this is the thing, right? I've seen it. I've seen plenty of men say, I don't care if she does, OF. I don't care, if she does this. I don't care, if she has 100 bodies. A lot of men say a lot of shit, right? I mean, a lot of people say a lot of shit until they're actually in it. They don't know. That's the thing, right? You don't know how you will react until you're actually in it. I've seen it where a lot of men say, I don't care if she has a lot of bodies. I don't care. Okay. But he's never been with a woman that has a lot of bodies, right? That's the thing where it's the craziness where these men are not critically thinking. These people are not critically thinking. Maybe I would really care if I understood myself, right? If I understood myself, I more than likely I would care. So this man, this 28-year-old, okay, yeah, he probably think that women power, empowerment. You could do, you're free to do all those things. I don't care if you have a lot of bodies, right? More power to you, right? I will still date these women. Okay. Well, once you do date them, that's when the spark hits. Oh shit. I can't stand this, right? This is demeaning. This is the whatever, right? I actually don't like it. That's the thing. Like, yeah, a lot of people are foolish in how they think and say, right? Think in the things they say. Because they actually aren't critically thinking and they don't know until they're in it.
Well, when he met you, he knew that, right?
100%.
So are you saying that the DV was precipitated by the conflicts of you doing?
I think most of it had to do with drinking. Like, he was never violent when he did not drink. Never. He was never violent when he didn't drink. My other exes, they were, but he wasn't.
I have a question for you. Is there any...
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $100. Born in South, I have seen your type before. It will be painful, but you need to change your life. Stop the even chasing the easy.
To Grid 1?
Yeah, that was a good good comment. I do therapy with 2 different therapists every week. So I am getting help.
2 different therapists?
I have 2 different
And
therapists.
you see them once a week, every week?
Nickelodeon
yeah, so
donated
twice a week,
$100.
2 different people.
Do you like being in bed? Perhaps there's an Amber Heard support group.
Do you want to respond?
I like dark humor.
What? That's not the question. Do you...
I know, but my response would be dark humor.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that shit.
You like being...
Yeah, I love it. And my...
This is the thing, right? I honestly believe women that's done these risky things, right? This job, the OF shit. They themselves are red flags. So, could you be surprised that women like these would attract men like that? No, right? So how can you expect that? Okay, you're not a morally sound person yourself, right? These women are not morally sound themselves. So would you be surprised that they actually attract men that aren't morally sound themselves? No surprise there. So what can you say, right? Here's a woman that has that mentality. So do you think that those men don't have such a poor mentality themselves? Yeah, they do.
My family says that that's why I meant because I let them cheat me in bed, but that's insane.
Do you think that the alcoholism is a form of self-medication for another type of mental illness, perhaps, that you're now being treated for?
You mean like bipolar, like something like that? Is that what you mean?
Something like that, yeah.
Like I've been diagnosed. So part of the reason why I got sober for 6 months was because of the fact that I drink so heavily. My therapist didn't feel confident to try to give me like BPD or bipolar without me being sober for 6 months to see how I was sober. You know what I mean? So I have like general anxiety, depression, just things like that. Things that most people have.
So apologies if you've already addressed this, but why did you break your sobriety? If you don't want to get into it, that's really fine too.
No, there's not really a so reason.
Let me say this. It's weakness. This woman represents weakness. So, it's a sad thing, right? This woman is a clear representation of weakness. So, what does a weak woman attract? Predators. She attracts terrible men. Men that would prey on women's weakness. That's the thing, right? She's not disciplined. Clearly, in nothing. Seems like she's disciplined in nothing. And again, she has that weak energy about her, right? Weak persona. So, what do you attract? Disgusting, terrible predators of a man. And that's it. That's how it works, right? So.
Cabled 11 donated $100. Just
what
get
is
the
get the
rocks again.
rocks?
Sean on
mean that
point.
they're-
Get the rocks.
Like to like.
Abdul,
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
get the rocks.
Is?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Cabled. Thank you for the TTS. Appreciate it. Wait, hold on. So, okay, you said, has there been 5 out of your 6 past exes were physically abusive?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any sort of self-awareness of you being the common denominator here?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I'm
so,
drink, like a
do
lot
you
of drinking
instigate?
too. Like I stand up for myself. Like
Again,
I
I'm not
don't-
saying if they're you that's 100% wrong, but you're not ever initiating any sort of
Verbal confrontation.
either verbal or physical.
No, I don't start
There's
fights
a
for no
correction.
reason.
He's saying if they are hitting you, that's 100% wrong. That's what, just clarifying that so it doesn't get clipped out of context.
Oh, what did I say? Did I say it's fine?
You're saying, I'm not saying if they're hitting you, it's 100% wrong.
Oh, so yeah, okay. Thank
Just-
you.
just
No,
clarifying.
yes. Thank you for clarifying that, Andrew. I misspoke. It's 100%. It's wrong that they're hitting you.
But like you don't like maybe like push someone past their point with maybe using your words even.
What was that?
Yeah, like do you start verbal confrontation that might cause situations to escalate?
Yeah.
Not really. Like if someone, for some reason, so for me, I've always kind of felt like the man, which I have made more money in the past than my exes. But
This is the delusion of women, right? Look at how. Listen to the words she said, right? I always felt like the man. Always made more money than my exes. Women never perceive their own actions. They never perceive how they actually treat men. Most to all men, right? They don't want to feel demeaned. Okay? I've always said this, right? My ex, if I was a millionaire, she would still be with me. When we got together until the end, I was no different. I treated her exactly the same. I was the same person. I didn't become all of a suddenly abusive or whatever. No, I was the exact same person. The only difference is that, you know what? My money was finite. I didn't have much money. So, at the end, she couldn't stand it anymore. Women like this, okay, is that they will treat men as below them if you don't make more. That's how it is. I honestly believe women equate men with money. That's just it. It's a sad reality, but if you don't make money, you have no respect from women, right? If you especially don't make equal to them, you have no respect from them. I think that's majority of women. If you don't make money equal to them, or especially even more than them, you will not get respect from women. So I guarantee you, without her probably perceiving it, is that you talk down to these men. You do things that men will feel slighted about, or these men will feel disrespected about. Especially, these type of men they're these young men, right? If this guy was 28, she's probably around that age too. So these young men who aren't emotionally intelligent enough, or didn't have a better value in themselves, right? Have better self-respect. They will feel like, I'm slighted. This woman is looking down on me. This woman is disrespecting me. This woman thinks I'm nothing. Okay? Thinks I'm below her. And she will probably show those that disrespect towards him. So, yeah. These men probably lash out in some kind of violent way.
And would you have contempt for your partners for their lack of success or ambition?
Yeah, I don't
as compared
care.
to you? You don't care?
I literally don't care what a man does. I've dated all different types of people,
Okay.
different salaries.
So is alcoholism kind of the common denominator with all your past partners? Is heavily drinking?
It's been a massive.
Do you tend to meet them out while you're drinking? Like, are these like people you party with? Like,
most of them are from Tinder, which is really awful. I know.
So do these physical confrontations occur when you guys are both drinking heavily?
No.
Okay.
No. So, yeah, my exes. We both drink a lot. 2 years ago, that's whenever I started slowing down. 2021. Before that, I do OnlyFans. I kind of hate it. I've always hated it. My family hates it. But I just made
drinking or OnlyFans? Drinking or
OnlyFans. I don't hate drinking. I like drinking.
So you
I like to drink.
So you hate doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But you do it anyways.
Yeah, just I make a lot of money. I've been so many places I make a lot, and I've been a lot of places I've never would have been able to go.
You hate doing OnlyFans?
I've hated it forever. I hate it. I hate how people look at me.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm thinking about her situation mostly. I think maybe it's what you're looking for in men as you were dating. What have you thought of a pattern of which men that you've dated, what you've actually looked for? Because without having that father figure, you're probably searching for something, and you're triggering this type thing that people have. Like, are you trying to find someone to protect you and you're unfortunately getting these
Opposite.
Yeah.
I think it would be nice to feel the love that, I never felt from my dad. And maybe it would be great to find someone that would definitely really want me to quit OnlyFans, and having the father figure that really encourages it.
What I want to know is
daddy issues. God, women can be so predictable.
what
Well, that
patterns.
doesn't sound like you hate men anymore.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago, you said you hated men, and now it sounds like you're desperately seeking the approval of one.
Doc Vinably donated $100. Men who are okay with dating Earth models are not healthy prospects. Maybe you are the one who needs to quit her and start engaging in healthy behavior. You will attract healthier men.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair point, but I don't think simply by virtue of her doing
Is the
that's
only
justification
Yeah.
for domestic.
So, but also,
Thank you, Dr.
You
Natalie.
just contradict yourself a little bit because you have a big issue with.
Oh.
Christ is Lord donated $100.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Sexual immorality with lack of self-control is evidence of our society's moral decay without God. All of us are under an authority greater than ourselves.
By the way, that was trending on Twitter today.
This
Christ
question?
is King. So I wanted to also say to this super chatter, you're absolutely right. Christ is Lord. So
Absolutely.
did want to reaffirm that great super chat name.
No, but earlier
Society
you did,
is unraveling. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. You did say that I think it was your most recent ex. You said that he wanted to marry you, but had a problem, but wanted you to quit fans.
Yeah.
And you just said that you would love to find a man that would want you to quit fans and settle down. And
That man would never take care of me. Like if we would go out.
your previous.
Yeah,
boyfriend.
like I would love a man that could take care of me. Like we would go out, especially.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing. Women just want men to take care of them, right? But you don't understand the loss of autonomy. Here's the thing. Women seem to not be able to grasp. I'm not saying that there are men that aren't like this, or I mean that men that, let's say, would take care of you, but you're free to do whatever you want. You have free autonomy. You don't have to listen to nobody, but he will take care of you. All bills, give you money and all the shit. No, right? Are there men out there that could be like that? Probably, but the majority of men that would take care of you, they will also have some authority over you. Because in these men's mind, if I have responsibility over you financially, I also have authority over you as well. That's it, right? This is the thing where women seem to not be able to grasp or separate. A man that will be responsible for you financially would be an idiot to have no authority over you. Right? Where you could do whatever you want, say whatever you want, go wherever you want, hang out with whoever you... I mean, it's like, really? So really, he's just being absolutely used. He will feel absolutely used. Men that is fine with giving... we're fine with taking up responsibility for a partner, a woman. He wants some authority because he doesn't want to feel used. Okay? He wants some say in how his money, where his money goes, or what his money does, right? So if he's giving you money, like, okay, he would say no girls trip or shit with that, right? Like that, or something like that, right? That's just how it is. Men that are doing something, they want something in return. Well, women seem like it's one way. No, it's not, right? It's not one way. You're not just gonna get money and then live how you want to live. No. So, in actuality, I've always said it, the best way is do a 50-50. I think that is the best way. You're both contributing financially. You're both contributing household duties. You're both contributing in child rearing, right? You're both being active in your family. I think that's the best way in modern relationships. Unless, yes, you want the different the dynamic, the power dynamic, a true leader, true provider. Okay. But understand, it's not how you imagine it to be. That's the thing where that is the fairy tale that women love. Stop thinking the fairy tale. The prince, right, that take care of the princess, well, he is the leader. He has the power, not the princess. He dictates what goes on in the kingdom because he turns into the king.
We were just friends, and he would try to drive me from the bar, and he would end up getting in fights because he's trying to make me leave and things like that. I'm like, I'm not trying to leave. But we weren't dating, like we were just strictly friends. I just needed a male in my life because I was terrified to stay in Florida, but I didn't want to leave. You know what I mean?
Do you think some of your fear is what's attracting some of these men?
Probably. It's probably.
So maybe you should start seeking out men that want to essentially provide for you and take the
instead
the more
of letting you provide.
Yeah.
You probably don't qualify for those men.
It's hard for me to do that because, like, growing up without a dad, like, I never had the male.
And that's the thing, right? Hypothetically, right? She does OF. She's probably let's say hypothetically, she's 6-figure earners, right? You think you're gonna attract 6-figure men that wants to provide for an ex-OF model? I don't think so. That's not likely. This is the thing, right? She dug herself her own hole, right? What man you think you're going to attract now? Right? Would you think that you will attract a provider? Because he's going to see you as a terrible investment. Right? So you are mentally unstable. You have a history of like really effed up shit. Okay? And you have high expectations because of your finances. So really, what man's going to be one like, oh yeah, I'm going to go for that. Right? I want to provide for this. I want to provide, me being a high value man, me being a high net worth man, I'm going to provide for a woman that a lot of men have seen naked. Right? That's a great investment. That's an investment of that is the result of my hard labor to get with a woman that a lot of men have seen, right? And a lot of men have used. That's what I want. The women don't understand that they have digged their own holes, right? It's a sad thing where she should have had a better upbringing, but it's like essentially she has created her problems that will now she'll be facing for the rest of her life.
To rely on, so like I just have been the mill, you know what I mean?
Sure. But that's something you kind of need to reflect on and realize that you need to make some.
Again, it's a sad thing where changes she can make probably won't produce any results.